The king hadn't bathed in a year. A flea was attracted to him. He tried to swat it to death, but couldn't. Then he opened his palm. The flea obediently jumped over. The king was immediately intrigued. He took the flea home and fed it with his own blood. He even prepared a nest for the flea and watched its daily life. He even forgot about state affairs and made a toy for the flea. Soon the flea grew to the size of a dog. The king fed it more and more. Gradually the flea grew to the size of a rhinoceros, but it could no longer walk. The king quickly called in the royal physician. When the physician bent down to examine it, he found that the flea was no longer breathing. The king was deeply saddened. The king held a guessing contest. Whoever could guess what kind of skin this was, the king would betroth the princess to. Many talented young men entered the contest. The first felt it and said it was sow's skin. The king smiled, but his answer was clearly wrong. The second was an old man. He took a look with a magnifying glass and said it was snake skin. The princess looked nervously at her father, but the king said it was still wrong. She breathed a sigh of relief. The third was a handsome knight. The princess seemed quite fond of him. The knight examined it and said it was manatee skin. The princess looked at her father expectantly, but she still couldn't get it right. She was disappointed. Then a wild man rushed in. The soldiers quickly stopped him. But the king was confident. He declared that everyone was eligible to participate. The wild man swaggered over. The princess looked worried. He simply sniffed it and guessed it was a flea pelt. The king's smile instantly vanished. The princess was desperate. She didn't want to live with this wild man anymore.